All right, summer content, baby. Top 5 defensemen in the league. And this is just kind of based on last year's results. So don't get too mad at me, okay? Brought to you by Sports Interaction. Get in on the action with Sports Interaction. Go to sportsinteraction.com/STPN. 19 plus. Please play responsibly. Let's do it. Number 5, Josh Morrissey. If you're a fan of some other team that doesn't watch the Jets enough, you need to be watching Josh Morrissey. He plays the big minutes. He plays lots of minutes. He's flashy. He's even got a slap shot. And in the NHL, that's kind of gone out of style lately, but his slap shot's actually really good. It'd be terrifying, I think, if you had to lay down in front of it. I don't know if you can call him underrated anymore, but he might be the most underrated defenseman on this list. He is everything for the Jets blue line, and he is number 5. Number 4, Erik Carlson. I know that he won the Norris Trophy. I know that he had over 100 points, and it's like the first time since Paul Coffey in the 80s. I get it. I'm going to catch a lot of crap for this, and I deserve it. But let me say this. Erik Carlson, we already knew was a great player. It's just a question of each year, is that body going to hold up? And this year it did. Magical, incredible year. And the reason he's not higher on this list is because his defense is not great. Yeah, you got to score some points and make big plays in the offensive zone, but you also have to not be in the minus 20s on defense. Now, that could be partially because the San Jose Sharks were absolutely garbage at every end of the ice this year. From the recording of this video, we think he's going to end up in either Pittsburgh or Carolina or maybe Seattle. All of those are much better teams than the San Jose Sharks. Does his defensive metric improve as soon as he joins a better team? Probably. Does he score as many points on a better team? Probably not, because they don't actually rely on him for more. But I would argue that makes him a better defenseman overall. San Jose, he was doing 25 minutes a night. If we get a fresh Erik Carlson at 22 minutes per night, or even 20 minutes a night, and it's mostly on offensive zone starts and mostly on the power play, freaking dangerous. Imagine him and Crosby teaming up. I'm hoping it happens, but I'm also hoping they somehow never have to play the Leafs this year. At number 3, it's Cale Makar. Cale Makar was great this year. I think his only problem was that he had some injuries. So if he'd played more games, he's probably higher on this list. You got to think about where the Avs were this year and what he was still able to do. They were exhausted and beaten up from winning the Cup the year before. No Landeskog the entire year. You already know the million things that make this guy great. The skating, the ability to join the neutral zone rush, the quarterbacking, the power play. He stops a lot of plays in the neutral zone. He's becoming a better defenseman every year. 66 points in 60 games last year. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tops his career high of 86 this coming year. Let the Avs heal. My prediction is they're going to be back on top all next season with Cale Makar front and center. He's your number 3 top defenseman from last year. Number 2, another controversial pick, according to some people. But if you watch enough Canucks games, you'll see why Quinn Hughes is on this list so high. Listen, the Canucks stink. And nobody knows what team they're trying to build. But there are a couple bright spots, and one of them is Quinn Hughes. If there's a theme to this list, it's the skating of each of these players. All of them are great skaters. Quinn Hughes might even be a league above most of them. You sometimes see opposing teams immediately change their play as soon as he touches the puck. What's crazy is on a very mediocre, not going places Vancouver Canuck team, his power play Corsi, which is always a bit skewed, obviously, was at 92%. Like Nathan McKinnon's is at 92%. And what I'm really pumped for, though, is to see Quinn Hughes in the playoffs again. I don't know if it's going to happen this year with Vancouver. Hockey's a crazy game. They could make the playoffs. But the last time he was in them, he had 16 points in 17 playoff games. And honestly, the way the West is shaking out, like I said, Canucks management can be silly, and hockey is silly. And watch, they go and they make the playoffs, and he has another incredible run. This guy should be in the next couple of years number 1 in the league. It's just that he's got to get by our number 1 pick this year, my number 1 pick this year, who is Adam Fox. Now you're probably saying, is this list from like 2 years ago? He won the Norris, before Carlson. I know, but listen, to me, he's the number 1 defenseman in the league. Still, they called this guy undersized. He's 5'11", 183 pounds, and will destroy your confidence. He plays like he's 5 inches bigger, and obviously, being blessed with the defenseman that we have, it's kind of crazy how great you have to be at the top of this list. The thing I love the most about Adam Fox is just the amount of weight the guy carries. The Rangers are a really good team, and he's still playing 25 minutes a night regularly. That was like his season average. And his 5-on-5 Corsi throughout that, and I think that's a really important stat because how you play 5-on-5 is basically everything. 55%. He also has a really solid jawline. Seriously, get a good look at it. You could cut glass with that. Now, in the comment section, I want you to tell me why I'm wrong, why I'm terrible at this, why I need to go home, you don't know hockey. Hit us up and get ready because I got goalies and then I got backup goalies. That's right. That's coming up.